Imagine walking through the city dump where people are living. Imagine hearing a newborn baby crying from the cardboard lean-to known as home. Imagine seeing people running over piles of garbage as the next truck pulls in so that they can be the first to get recyclables, their source of income. So much coming through all your senses that your heart and your soul sink deep down inside, trying to find protection from the disbelief engulfing you. But what you have experienced has made its mark and does not go away. My response was being a vessel to do God's work. What that means is being open to the plan He has for your life. It means taking steps in faith as your relationship with God grows and following where He leads. From the dump in Guatemala to building villages for those leaving the dump in Nicaragua to seeing the same poverty in Africa. Those experiences were leading me towards God's path. His love churned inside of me, allowing for strength and faith to create Walking Forward Educational Ministry, whose mission is to equip the poor with education and empower them to walk forward away from poverty. If the generational bonds of poverty are to be broken, and people are given the opportunity to walk forward on their own, what is the beginning? The answers are education and job training. They are the foundation, giving the skills and knowledge on which to build the future, thereby releasing the bonds of poverty. In the past 2 years since Walking Forward began, there have been many God moments. In 2009, Walking Forward gave $1,000 to Amigos for Christ for textbooks. Another organization heard of this and matched that amount. Then the staff in Nicaragua found a program that if you bring in $2,000, they will in turn provide $5,000 worth of textbooks and a computer. I can still remember when John Bland and Amigos for Christ told me how our seed created such a wonderful outcome. For you see, there have not been new textbooks in the schools since 2004. When in Kenya last year, we went to the village of Wachara. There stood a classroom with only a roof, some poles for support, and desk. It became a goal of Walking Forward to build 3 classrooms for this village so that children now and for generations would have a safe place to learn. The goal was set, but how to accomplish it was a very good question. Walking Forward has been blessed with people who believe in our work, and through corporate and private donations, our first classroom, including desks, was dedicated on November 16th of this year. The children are so eager to learn they could not wait for the windows and desks to be completed and have been sitting on stones as they attend class. Another moment during this trip, God touched my heart again with sadness that will never leave. A young man dressed in dirty clothes and carrying a bag fell down, struggled to get up, but could not. It was explained that he was a street kid, meaning an AIDS orphan left on his own, finding a way to survive, living on the streets. Shortly after returning home, Michael Agwanda, Director of Life for Children Ministry, started the Street Kids program, where 100 street orphans came to church on Sunday for a meal, some playtime, and a sermon given in a way that they can understand. Through the staff and volunteers, these children are showing God's love for them. Walking Forward has been honored to financially assist this program through donations. Of course, there are precious moments that bring joy to the heart. One day, sitting in a village, I started to raise my eyebrows, and the children thought this was so amazing and laughed so much. Later, as we were leaving to get into the truck, Sammy came running up to me and tugged on my pants. When I turned around, there he was, eyebrows raised. There are times we might not know what God's plans are or where His path will take us. There are times we are so committed, all we have to do is say, "Where you lead, I will follow." My journey with God has taken me through all of these times. Not raised in a Christian home, I had no connection with God, but He had one with me and was waiting for me to seek Him. Look, I am no different than you. I had never done anything close to running a company, let alone starting a nonprofit. But God took the mission experiences and built the anger and frustration inside of me over the poverty and led me to act. Once Walking Forward was officially a 501c3, I remember being so scared of what to do now. But if we stay focused on what God wants and let Him lead, it is amazing where that path will take you. So don't worry, God equips each of us with what we need. Be open and you will see God's plan. So, what makes you excited? What is your passion? Stop and listen. Then take a step in faith and build some God moments.